Right.
Welcome back, folks.
Welcome back, everybody.
Alonso's got a sandwich.
Playing Spyro. None of us are eating right now.
While Alonzo is doing Fluffy Bunny by himself.
I thought it was Chubby Bunny.
Oh yeah, Chubby Bunny by himself, which is the most dangerous game for a kid to play.
Oh.
Not even once.
No, don't do it, everybody.
Isn't it just where you put marshmallows in your mouth and
It's a
try to say
choking
Chubby
hazard.
Bunny with as many as possible?
Yeah, it's a huge choking hazard, especially with marshmallows that stick in your trachea.
Well, is it better you say than that one challenge where they're sniffing up to their nose?
There are a lot of dangerous challenges that will get demonetized if we mention.
You're right. Never mind. Yeah. Bleep that out. No, editor's note to Mikey. You gotta have to edit that out. I forgot. Holy shit.
That's all right. Mikey will edit it out anyway.
I hope.
Mikey always edits out all of the jokes habitually.
Not all of them, dude.
He habitually edits out every joke because this is a humorless channel.
We're actually
It's
very
meant to-
analytical.
Yes, we're meant to provide substantive commentary.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Commentary on farts and the technicality of farts.
The technicality of gas being expelled from the anus.
Remember that description Mikey gave us earlier that scared away all the women viewers?
They were so scared they furtively ripped one, and their vulva gave them a clap.
Come on, there's got to be at least one woman on this planet who likes fart jokes.
No, there is. I'm just being a little generalist there, which is rude. But
Bye. Did you hear that sound? Yeah. All right. So this is this is my favorite
Amazing
song in
level.
the game, personally. Lofty
I better
Castle.
be sure to turn it down then. So Venus finds this bunny in the backyard, and I'm like, well, fuck. So, because it's probably a gigantic bird or predator that got in our backyard somehow and slaughtered
Unalived.
a bunny rabbit. And ripped off its head and one of its arms, and those two were nowhere to be found. And the problem with that is that Venus is 8 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't just let her run around my backyard without close supervision, so that the same fate does not befall her. Oh my god.
On your side, Spyro.
What is this? I thought he was about to say goo goo gaga.
Google gobble, one of us. Yeah, but basically
What's
he's
that
telling
from?
you free the fairies to progress. That's all he's there.
Oh.
The original design did not have a giant fairy doll in its arms. That's in addition they made this version.
I guess it's trying to give context to what he's saying.
Yes.
Did anybody ever watch the show Class of 3000?
Yes.
I did not remember it at first, but then I looked it up and then I realized that yes, I have seen bits and pieces of it.
With
okay,
Andre
so-
2000.
Andre?
2000.
Who's that?
It's
A
the
rapper,
guy. The
probably.
show Class of 3000 is because the artist as teacher is Andre 3000.
His name is Andre, that's right.
Yeah.
So, I was starting to mention this on a previous episode of the Sniff Mavericks, and so I remember they made such a huge deal about that show. It was like massive, where Cartoon Network did this whole thing where they had like a live audience to screen the first episode, which was 1 hour long. And they had like a full orchestra, like marching band, pull in to have everybody watch it. They were playing interviews with Andre, the real musician. And he was saying like, this is going to be the most popular thing on television. I know it. And then it lasted 2 seasons.
Yeah, there was a lot of money because it was Andre.
There's some shows that don't even make it to the end of a first season. They're so bad.
Yeah,
I know.
especially Cartoon Network.
I watched it and I did not like it. I thought it was like really boring and really dull. But
Yeah.
I remember the live audience, or at the very first episode, like Nowadays, I can look back on it and realize, oh, this was truly a passion project that was like filled with creativity and passion, and like now I realize like what it's all about. But as a kid, I liked Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
So like they interviewed a kid at the end of it, and they're like, "What was your favorite part? What was your favorite part?" And she's like, "The part where he fell down." And I think that the creator died a little bit inside when he heard that the favorite part was not the music video at the end they spent so much time doing, but it was in fact the one part where the kid falls down while trying to impersonate a Michael Jackson thing. But I thought it was the crappiest show ever. I did not like it when I was a youngster. And yeah.
Now that's the show that has like
it?
that. It's not quite Code Lyoko art style, but it looks kind of like that, where they have like the foreheads and the squinty eyes.
No, not even close. Code Lyoko was French anime.
Yeah.
It was because like Totally Spies was the same thing.
Well,
where it
yeah.
was anime, but it was French.
Well, then how is it anime?
No. It's their replication of
anime
anime. It
inspired.
wasn't actually, yeah.
Anime is just a general term. If you just
Well,
want to say
Code
Japanese
Lyoko has
animation, that kind of
bizarre-
specifies more.
I'm
because
just
you
saying
got
the
a lot
art
of people
style
there who
kinda
are
reminded me
in
of it.
Japan as well. When you ask them like what anime means to them, they can say anything from like Scooby-Doo to SpongeBob is anime to them.
Everything from Scooby-Doo to SpongeBob.
Yeah. I mean, Scooby-Doo and SpongeBob, that counts as anime to them because there really is no classification. Anime is just a shortened term for animation, so...
Japanimation. This is like one of my Japanese anime.
that would more specify it at all. But then now we got like shows that
Ruby.
are getting Ruby, and then you got shows that are transferred from like manhwas and stuff like that are Korean based source material.
But isn't
And
it,
like
Or Rick and Morty, the anime.
let's not talk about that.
wasn't Solo Leveling is based on a manhwa, a Korean manga essentially, but wasn't it animated
God
by
as
a
well.
Japanese studio?
Japanese studios. Well, I mean, look at Code Geass. That wasn't a Japanese studio that developed it. I think it was in...
Mexico.
Was it Mexico? Or maybe it was...
I don't think so.
Oh, I think this is where the flower is.
Are you gonna burn it and get
And
tied up by the ears and have your chopped off?
I've never heard the expression tie him by the ears and chop his head off.
Well,
Or
she like made it up. She's like, purple man, tie him by the ears and chop his head off.
and then she coughed because she smoked just all the fucking time, right?
Yeah, I mean, like what an ordinary smoker probably would, but she was a very forgetful lady. Like, she was only 55, but she seemed like she was 70. But she had a stroke before I met her, so she was just very forgetful in general. So she would always light a cigarette, and then she would forget about it, and then it would just like burn all the way through the ashtray.
Interesting.
But I had good memories hanging out at that house with her grandson. Like I said, we played some Spyro, played some Ratchet and Clank, played some...
What Ethan euphemistically referred to as Mikey games.
Mikey games, yes. Because nobody besides Mikey has ever played them, not even me.
So I think they outsourced. Because it was Sunrise that did it, but...
Oh yeah, Sunrise. They also did Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. Was it Orange?
What else did Sunrise do? Because they were pretty darn good,
They're the
too.
Gundam studios as well.
That's too bad.
No, that's great.
Okay,
Because
Alonzo.
Gundam's great because you get Gunpla and everything.
Yeah. Gun. The first time you said that, I thought you said like gun plug, like butt plug, and I was like, what?
No, Gunpla.
Then you had to explain that it was Gundam plastic model, which
Yeah.
were so.
Roxanne, you don't have to turn on the Amanda show.
Nice.
Oh, I actually got some new Gunpla.
Amanda.
I got some new Gunpla for Christmas, so I'm excited to build those.
Gunpla?
Yeah.
Send us a picture. And Mikey edited in. Mikey, edit in the nude mod footage of
No.
Resident Evil 4 remake.
I'm going to draw the line right there. By the way, Ethan, you can ask your famous question in this level.
Is this the boss?
Yes. This is the boss level of this world.
The boss is all these grandmas in dresses that look the exact same?
No, the boss is coming up later. Because in
Spyro
1, all the bosses have levels
and
attached.
Scissors?
Shepherd scissors and gizzards.
Hedges and clippers and hedges and clippers and hedges and clippers.
This sucks buffalo shiz.
That's a mixture between shit and jizz. That's disgusting.
That's foul.
I apologize. Ugh. Isn't that smegma or smegma something else?
Mikey, edit out this episode. All right, welcome back.
Can someone
everybody.
remind me what smegma even is? I'll censor it.
Mikey, edit out this episode again. Yeah, we just got canceled.
Because I mentioned smegma once, or I guess
Mikey,
3 times.
Edit out this episode twice.
Anyway, why don't you guys cook some more onion rings for us?
So my gunpla is pretty awesome.
Okay, so I did actually have a question about that is Gundam related.
Got it.
Because when Ethan and I were watching Neon Genesis Evangelion together, I don't know if we've mentioned this on the show before, but Ethan wanted me to watch Neon Genesis Evangelion. And I had pointed out that I thought the action was kind of... I hesitate to use the word mediocre, but not as... I would say that it's definitely not a focus of that show. It's more incidental. Like the angel fights and stuff are all really short. At least by modern anime standards, they feel that way. And I was curious how that would have stacked up with a Gundam around the mid-90s. That level of action where everything is just really quick.
I think I haven't actually watched Gundam, but I feel like it's a lot more in the sense of Dragon Ball Z, where it's oh, we have to power up and attack. Now he's going to counterattack, and it's just constant fighting back and forth.
Not necessarily. I think the issue of the comparison is that you're comparing a show that has only 12 to 24. How many episodes are in Evangelion again? Is it 24 or is it 12 episodes?
26 and the movie.
Yeah, it only has 26 episodes versus Gundam that has over 100. Or about 100 to flesh out basically, because most of it's about, it has the action, but most of it's a political gray area of war on each side. So, depending on the show, OG Gundam of that time, I think at that time that would be in Zeta or Double Zeta Gundam. Let me check.
That was the boss.
That was the boss?
That was the boss. The bosses in this game are... Which is why, when I said that Metalhead was the best one, I was kind of damning with faint praise. Because the bosses in this game are pretty mediocre. That's the one thing they improved on in the sequels, is the bosses.
When do we fight the boss Nightmare Buzz?
That's not in this game. That's in a different game called Toy Story. I don't know if you've ever played that one.
Gundam Wing was the show that was happening in 1997, so that was his comparison. Gundam Wing was kind of its own melodramatic kind of show.
I tried to watch the 1981 movie, and I honestly...
Endless Waltz?
Yeah, I just got so bored I didn't finish it.
What was that other show you and I watched together that was it was like sexy ladies running around on motorcycles in Power Ranger suits?
The Bubblegum Crisis.
Yeah, that sucked.
It was also so boring we didn't watch beyond the first episode.
I mean, and it's also be weird to watch because that's basically the after the season, the epilogue, watching Enda Evangelion without watching original Evangelion.
What?
So how long was Gundam Wing then, Alonzo?
No, I watched the Gundam movie from 1981. That predated like most of the TV series.
81. Oh, OG Gundam. Okay, I thought you were talking about Waltz.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Mobile Suit Gundam movie. Yeah. Oh, okay, I can, yeah. Well, it's the first, but it was like the time where it was kind of like the war bad kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
When a lot of the other like kind of mechas of the time were just kind of like
glorify war. War good.
War am good. I saw like a have you guys ever heard of the series of books called Animorphs?
Yes.
Okay,
JonTron just did an episode of it.
JonTron. Ooh,
yeah,
that's not
he's
good.
Still around.
He hasn't. Well, I guess I don't know what it says about the people who are still watching at this point.
Yep, he still gets a lot of views too, about 1 million each episode still.
I don't think he's done anything problematic since back in the day.
What he said, and then recently with the vaccines saying that they're fake and everything, I don't think.
Did he say that too?
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched him since.
Yeah, no, that was a Twitter thing. That's when I realized, I gotta just not follow this guy at all.
Yeah, it's over. It was a good run, but it is over.
Yeah. So he's just doing his thing.
Kelsey Grammer is a Republican. That ruins everything. Yeah.
Pretty much. I can't enjoy Cheers as much.
Uh.
You hear that, what do you think about hosting the Vikings for a playoff game, Alonzo?
Should be fun.
You've heard about it?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go and support your second least favorite team?
Yes, for sure.
You like kickball. Do you hate the Vikings?
No, I love the Vikings.
No fooling.
Yeah.
Get out of town.
I only get 2 teams because I lived in Minnesota and it's the only team that's good right now. The Cardinals suck and the Vikings were playing good, so I got a team to actually cheer for it postseason.
Detroit.
Fuck Detroit.
Become human. Mikey edited a clip from RoboCop because he said Detroit.
Tigers are playing tonight. I never miss a game.
Edit in the weirdest clip you can find.
Hello everybody, it's me, Mr. Titanic, and I just beat Battletoads. I just beat the game.
Edit in the clip of Total Recall with the chick with 3 boobs.
Oh, I can't put that in here. That would get us demonetized.
Censor all 3 boobs.